Hello and welcome to another episode of Deb's Artsy Life. It's Sunday afternoon about 3:30 on September 1st. I can't believe it's September 1st already. I don't know where this year has gone. It's been 21 days since I filmed a video, and so it's time that I gave you an update. That's 3 weeks. But I wanted to pop on, and this may be a lengthy video because I've got so much to catch up on with you, and so I hope you'll grab a cup of tea or coffee, or you can grab some water like I have in my awala that my daughter gave me for, I can't remember what holiday. Oh well, anyway, she gave it to me and I love it. But Mother's Day, that's what it was. She gave it to me for Mother's Day. And so I was really thirsty because we went and had Mexican for lunch today. And I guess it has a lot of sodium or something, but I had to have water. So grab whatever you like to drink. I was hoping to come on with a cute little cup of tea, but it's just too hot here to drink tea. And I've had so much coffee this morning. But get cozy and let's talk, because I've got so many things to share with you. I'm filming today from my yarn closet. I don't have a yarn wall or yarn room, but I have a really nice big yarn closet. So I thought I'd start in here and then maybe move to my little knitting and crochet spot in the living room for the end of the video, because I've got things to share in both places, and rather than dragging everything back and forth. The first thing I want to share though is this. I hope you can see it. As of today, I have 500 subscribers. I just love that good round number. I have wanted to have 500 subscribers for a long time. And so I just thank you. I thank you so much for being here and for listening to me chat about yarn. I know I don't post very often, but I just have to be in the mood and I have to be excited about what I'm doing. And sometimes, you know, life just gets busy and you might be down or you might not be as upbeat as you normally are. So I like to wait until I have a lot to share. So anyway, this is the big news for today. I'm just so over the moon excited. So thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Like and share, comment, whatever. I've got a few videos. I always hope to do more, but I'd rather have quality than quantity, and I just want to be sure that I'm giving you good content. So the first thing I want to share is, how should I do this? I think the first thing I'll share is my yarn acquisitions. You know, I watch videos and I get so excited when new yarns come out. And I remember watching just not long ago a few videos back where I was so up in the air over that party yarn at Joann's. And then I ended up getting rid of it all because it was just too much and something I didn't use. But I did order the Karen Colorama Haze. In the color Radiant. And is that not radiant? It's not showing up as rich as it actually is. I mean, it is the richest red, beautiful yarn. It's got reds and oranges. Very bright. I don't know if I can get my light to do it justice. That's a little closer. It's just so brilliant. That's too orange. I'm going to keep playing. There, that's close. That's very close, except it is more vibrant. But anyway, I made with it this bag, which is also far more rich in color than what it's showing up. Doggone it. That's close, I guess, although it's, I don't know what's going on with my camera, but just trust me when I say this is the richest, most beautiful tomato red color, and it's just brilliant. I'm going to try a few more times to get it right. Okay, I give up. But anyway, it's rich and it's gorgeous. And this yarn is, you know, I got it and I thought, well, am I going to like this? Because see how fuzzy, and I didn't know what to do with it. Well, I came in here, and not long before that, I had bought some yarn at Hobby Lobby. And it's, I love this yarn in the colorway Orange Burst, I think. And then I had also bought some orange, and I can't think of the color of it. Desert Glaze, that's it. So, like I said, this is not showing up nearly as rich as it is, and I just hate it. I don't know how to make it work, but that red is so rich and tomatoey. So anyway, I came in here and I pulled that Orange Burst out, and it's a variegated yarn, and it's just got so many rich colors, including this turquoise. And I realized that these matched perfectly, and so I held the 3 yarns together. Actually, I think I held 4 strands, 2 of the Orange Burst, and then the Desert Glaze Orange, and this, and made this bag. And it's so much richer than this, but this is going to be for sale at the Fall Into Art Festival on October 5th that I'm going to be set up at. I know I've talked about that several videos because I'm stressed about it, but I'm also excited about it, and I've been working really hard to get ready for it, really hard. And time's running out, so this weekend, I spent all morning yesterday copying my artwork and packaging it to sell copies of my artwork. And I had been, you know, I'll get sidetracked here on that for just a minute. I had been cautioned, not cautioned, but advised against selling copies of my artwork. But I went around the world and came back to, I just want to sell copies of my art. I want it to be accessible to everyone, and if all you do with it is set it on your nightstand and look at it every now and then, you know, and get joy from it, then that's all I want. I'm not going to be in a gallery. I'm not going to be famous one day. My art is not going to, it doesn't have to last for 10 generations. It's just not that important. It's important to me, of course, and you know, I want to share the joy and the color. And so the color copies that I can make on my printer are fine. I'm not going to charge a large amount for them, and I'm going to say that they're non-archival. They're not going to last forever, but I just decided that that's what I wanted to do. I don't want to sell the originals because then my family won't have those. And, you know, the only people that my art will probably mean anything to at the end is my family, my daughter, my grandsons. And so I want to keep those originals to refer back to and to gain inspiration from. And so I chose to make copies. So I spent all day yesterday morning doing that. But I wanted to share this, and then this is another one that I made. It's a little smaller than my normal ones. And it's with Hobby Lobby yarn, held together with Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn, acrylic, held together with some Heartland, Line Brand Heartland Lake Clark. That's the dark, deep blue. And I was doing it at first without the blue, the dark, and it just needed more contrast, I thought. So I added in the really deep blue, and it popped. So this could be a basket that you put up on a table, or it could be a bag with handles. It would work for either. I just wanted those big floppy handles on there because if you're using it for a project bag especially, you need those handles. Excuse me while I get a sip of water. I don't know if you guys get thirsty when you eat Mexican, but I sure did. Okay, more about this beautiful yarn that I purchased, okay? The second one I got, and for some reason this is showing up great. This is the colorway Sea Glow. Still in the Karen Colorama Haze. Not Halo, but Haze. And I forgot to tell you that it is a 4-weight and machine wash, lay flat to dry. 48% polyester and 42% acrylic. 42% acrylic, 9% nylon, and 1% spandex. So it's different. It's 649 yards, 8 ounces. So this is all tangled up, but this side looks pretty good. But anyway, I combined it with this Premier Basics spruce that I'm not real fond of, but it really goes well, I think, with that. And then I had some of this I Love This yarn in the colorway Peacock Tails. So I combined all that, and I've only gotten this far with the bottom of a basket, but I'm going to make either a basket or a bag out of this. And isn't that beautiful how those colors go together? I love it. I started this last weekend, but my hands started hurting from crocheting all these strands of yarn together. It's 4 strands, and it makes my knuckle on this hand hurt, so I had to stop for a while. Plus I can't go very long lately without wanting to knit. So as you can see, I was using an NP 10mm hook, so I will work on that more this week. Here is a little bit of that orange burst, and that color right here is actually much deeper. And here's the desert glaze, and it's pretty true, although it might not be quite that bright. But anyway, okay, so that's the first of the new yarn, and I was just so excited, and I want to buy more of this because I want to also use it maybe to make a scarf or something. I don't know, but it works beautifully with other yarns, and it just gives it the nicest texture. I wish this would show up, but I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so more new yarn, and I didn't really spend all that much. My problem is they keep coming out with new yarns, and I can't possibly use up all that I have, but I just get so excited when a new yarn comes out. So I have, ever since this came out, I love this Colorama Halo. It is so soft and squishy and fun to work with. This is the color Bold Blue, and it's showing up more green than it is in real life. It's a very rich kind of ultramarine blue. But anyway, I got that, and this is the big thing. This is the colorway Splash, and it's a new, I'm not going to take it out of the plastic yet, but it's a new colorway that they came out with. And this is like a really bright aquamarine, and then you've got your lime green and your, well, it's kind of a yellow. This is the color Acid. Gosh. Yeah, it's not showing up at all like it is. Oh. Sometimes I think I'd be better off with no light, you guys. I don't know, but it is a very, very, almost fluorescent yellow. It is gorgeous, and it's not showing up at all. That's disappointing, but you can go online and look at it. This almost looks like a washed out cornmeal color, but it's nothing like that. It's the most beautiful lemony color. That helps a little bit. But anyway, I cannot wait to put all these colors together in something. I'd kind of like to make a blanket, but I'm not sure yet what I'll do with them, but I'm so excited about them. I just love that they came out with these wonderful variegated colors of that. Okay, and then last but not least, look at this. Oh, that's showing up pretty well. It is this rich, there's like a hot pink, and then there's like a really rich red orange. I am dying to start to cast on a shawl with this, and I'll show you when we move into the living room all the things I'm working on. And I want to do a shawl like the one I'm working on right now with this yarn, and I'm struggling to wait, but I know I can't cast on. I cast on a lot though at one time. Okay, so I've shown you the two finished objects, and the rest, I've got like probably 10 projects going at the same time, so I never finish anything because I just keep working. So I'll probably finish them all about the same time, but I hope to really do some knitting and crocheting this weekend during the long weekend. But I also I have had a cart full of art supplies from Blick Art Materials for over a year, and finally a couple weeks ago I finally placed the order, and I received the order last week, and it's all the new colors of the Derwent Ink Tints pencils, and I ordered a few of the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils, and just a lot of different pencils and colors that I didn't have. And it was really just, you know, you want all the I think for me, the whole thing is color, and anything that'll make a mark or, you know, add color, that's what I want. And you can tell that by looking at this yarn closet. Oh, and I have to show you something else. Yesterday, whenever it storms, our little dog is horrified. He's just terrified. He goes into this horrible anxiety attack and just shakes and tries to get in behind things and in places that he doesn't fit in. So anyway, I had to go downstairs with him, and when I was down there, I'm always watching YouTube videos. That's my main thing, is YouTube videos. And I had wanted Creative Grandma. I'll link her channel in the description if you don't already follow her, but I love Creative Grandma's yarn wall behind her, and I've been wanting her to do like tell us what all those yarns are, because every time I watch her videos, I'm looking at all that yarn and I'm wondering, now what's that and what's that. So she went through and did a whole video of her yarn wall, and so I was so excited. But she had this yarn, and again, I don't know why the reds aren't showing up. It's so frustrating. I'll link her video and you go watch it on her channel. But when she got to this, it just blew me away. This is like, I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but this is like a gorgeous hot pink. And then you've got the browns and the oranges of fall in it. And it is so fall. I mean, it just screams fall. This is the colorway Pink Marmalade. And it's the Ferris wheel from Lion brand. And I had ordered this sometime last year. And I just haven't gotten around to using it yet. Mainly because, well, I keep buying other new yarn. But I just think that is gorgeous. But I do want you to click on Creative Grandma's link that I will share, because it looks so much better with her camera. I tried the video with my phone today and promptly broke my tripod completely. And so I'm going to have to order another one of those. But, oh well. I guess that's what I get for being so out of practice. I think I've kind of shared my yarn closet with you before. It's a pretty big mess right now, but I might have to go through it too and tell you about what some of those yarns are. I usually have it organized by rainbow, but that completely changed because I put all my if you look up there, oh, wait a minute, wrong way, Premier Anti-Peeling. I put all my Premier Anti-Peeling out of, I used to have it in these bags, and I couldn't see it, so I couldn't come up with designs and things I wanted to do with it, so I put it all, there's some, I'm backwards, I put it here and then up there. So it's not a rainbow very much anymore. But you see how I love blues and greens, because the majority of my yarn is either blue or green or has those tones in it. So, excuse me, I've got to have more water. Let me just look and see. Also I put my cotton. I don't think you can see it. No. Well, my cotton was downstairs, and I got rid of a bunch of it and put the rest up there in the corner. Lily Sugar and Cream is so, I started out working with it and learned on it, but I just don't enjoy using it. And I had a ton of it, so I just took all that to the thrift store. It was colors that I really didn't care for, and you know, you just let's see, who was it? Shannon Talks Yarn did a video, and I watched it this week on changing your mind. And you know, we do, especially, I don't know, crafters, women. But I was so in love with that Big Twist Party, and I started out using Red Heart Super Saver, because that was, you know, what I could find at Walmart. And I knew it was scratchy, and I really didn't like that about it, but I loved the colors. And I made a huge bedspread with it, like a queen-size bedspread. And, you know, most of my first projects were either Lily Sugar and Cream or Red Heart Super Saver. Well, then I got on this kick where, you know, I wasn't going to use Red Heart Super Saver anymore. I was going to graduate to the softer yarns. And so I got rid of all my Red Heart that I had, and I had amassed quite a bit. I had like 3 skeins of gold and 3 skeins of shocking pink, and just lots of different beautiful colors. And I got rid of them, and that was a mistake. Looking back, I wish I hadn't done that, because I ended up buying all that Big Twist Party, and although it was soft and it was squishy and I loved the colors, it wasn't me. It wasn't making me happy. And so, you know, you have to, I think, try things out and see if they fit. But I mean, it was piling up in my yarn closet and I wasn't using it. I've got 2 projects on the go using that Big Twist Party, and I can't finish them. I don't want to finish them. I don't want to work with them. One of them I'll show you is up here. And now you can see some of my cotton. Let me tilt you up. See the cotton? Up there. Okay. So this, and I do like the Big Twist. Sorry about that. I was just sitting here talking, and I looked up and nothing was recording. So I had to look back at my video to try to figure out where I was, and I think I was saying that I do like the Big Twist Party, but I just found that it was piling up in my closet and I wasn't using it. Because I think what I love to do is the bags, and I love to do the granny squares, whether it's blankets or bags or whatever. But you need a thicker yarn than this Big Twist Party. And so I started this, and it's probably been, I don't think it may have been a year. But this is the stockinette stitch, of course, with just the knit stitches on each side. And I started out with crochet, and so I'm going to have to end it with crochet somehow. But this is stockinette, which is knit and then purl. And I mean, it's turning out beautifully. But they would come out with new colors of the Big Twist Party that were brighter, and then I didn't want to work with the dull colors anymore. And so, but I am going to finish this, and I hope I'm not repeating myself because I don't really know where the video cut off, but I made a scarf out of this yarn, this real thick, bright colored yarn, and it was a very long scarf, and it was heavy, and you wrapped it around your neck several times, and it was just way too heavy. So I frogged the whole thing and made this basket, and I love this basket, and I'd like to sell it at the Fall Into Art Festival, so I need to get this project out of it. So I'll definitely keep this and keep working on it. I think it's going to be a rectangle shawl, so it'll need to be about twice as long as it is now. Okay, I think that's all I have to share with you in here. And I'm going to pause you again, and we're going to go in the living room, and hopefully I can get the video recording before I start talking. So hold on just a minute, and I'll meet you back in the living room. Welcome back. I've brought you into the living room, my favorite place to knit and crochet. And I was going to try again to show you the richness of this color, but it won't show up in here either. I thought it would. It's just beautiful. Go online and look up the Colorama Haze, H-A-Z-E, in the colorway Radiant on Joann.com. It is gorgeous. Okay. Now, what I'm working on. Okay. A couple or 3 videos back, I was doing a crazy shawl with the Red Heart Bitty Stripes. Now this is my knitted rectangle shawl. I mean, rectangle, triangle. Is this not beautiful? I'm making progress. I'd love to finish that this weekend, and I'm really close because, as you can see, it just needs to be just a tad bigger. Well, a pillow behind, it comes down to about where my pants start. So I'd like for it to be a few inches longer. It matches this shirt great. And I've got my little needle stoppers on there. So that's a project. But I ended up frogging the crocheted shawl that I was working on. In one of my videos, it's the, what do you call that? The picture that is on your video. I can't think of the word, but anyway, I'm holding it up in that picture, and it just wasn't, I didn't start it out quite right, and so it just wasn't doing it for me, so I frogged it. But I am going to try, to start it again and make it a little bit better, but not until after this Fall into Art Festival. But what I worked on all afternoon yesterday and evening is this, the Super Saver Bitty Stripes in the colorway Rainbow. I love, love, love this yarn. And yeah, it may be scratchy, but I'm telling you, just look at that. Is there anything in the world more satisfying than rows and rows of double crochets? Look at that. In variegated yarn. Now this part kind of bothers me because it got real dark right here, and I don't know why. And then there were knots in it, and so the colorway just abruptly stopped and shifted. So I don't, part of me wants to frog that out, but I'm probably not going to. But look at this. It's like 30 inches of nothing but double crochet. And the way I'm getting these beautiful edges, see how straight? Satisfying. The way I'm getting these beautiful edges is at the end of every row, I'm doing 2 double crochets in the last stitch. So it's actually a decrease. It's 2 double crochets together in one stitch, forming, so it's 2 forming one stitch. You know what I'm saying. It's a decrease, basically. And I learned that from a video on YouTube. I don't remember which one, but all these little tips and tricks are just what make a project look incredible. So this is the back of the sweater, and then I'm going to put the 2 front panels and drop sleeves. And it's going to be very oversized, and it may be too oversized, but I think I'm going to love it. So anyway, I really would like to finish that, and I would love to be able to wear it if it was cool enough to the Fall into Art Festival. I thought that would be really neat. Either this or that shawl that I just showed you. This one. But I am having such a good time with this yarn. It is absolutely stunning. And yes, it is a little scratchy, but when you wash it, it's going to be fine. When you wash it and put a bunch of bounce sheets in the dryer, then everything will be fine. So I couldn't help myself. Let's see, this is huge. I don't know if I've shared this, but I have done probably this much before and had a hole in it and started all over. So I couldn't resist starting again. I just frogged the whole thing and started over. This is the simple triangle shawl from Noble Knits, your first triangle shawl, and it's just garter stitch with an increase. This is the increase side. That's what the stitch marker means. And so you only increase on one side. Look at that. It's so soft and squishy. I'm in love with the garter stitch. It's easy to do, and the fabric that it makes is just squish. And then with this yarn, which is Karen Colorama Halo, and that's the color Sea and Sky, and this is the color blue raspberry. These are older colors that first came out, and I wanted to use these up, or at least get a start before I used my new ones that I got. So that's one project, this scarf, and I couldn't resist casting on another one with another one of the colors. And this is a pie shawl, a half pie shawl by Fiber Spider. I watched Fiber Spider's tutorial and cast on this half pie shawl, and I love it. You only increase like 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and like you double the plain knit rows after every increase. So like you might have 24 here, 48 here, or whatever. I mean, you'd have to watch this video. I'll try and link it if I remember. But I love this. Do you see how I'm already down into the lighter color? I don't know, it's just not showing up today, but it's kind of overcast here. Maybe that's got something to do with it. But that's a very, again, rich hot pink. It's beautiful. And it goes on into the raspberry. So I'm working on this today. That was what I was working on right before the video. So I'll continue on this afternoon. But I wanted to talk to you. I was JB's Crochet is a new channel that I've been watching, and I watched her live last night. I got to participate in her live, and it was so much fun. Just chatting. I hadn't been on a live in a good while, and I got a couple new subscribers, and I thank you all for that. And then also I watched Slow Crochet, and I watched Shannon Talks Yarn. And excuse me. There's 2 topics I want to talk about just really quick. Shannon Talks Yarn was talking about changing your mind, and I might have mentioned this, but my video wasn't recording, so I don't know what I said and what I didn't. But, we do change our minds a lot when it comes to yarn, and I've gotten rid of a lot of yarn, and then sometimes I regret it, and sometimes I don't. I got rid of a lot of my Red Heart Super Saver because I thought it was too scratchy, and I was going to use softer yarns. But as it turns out, the color of the Red Heart Super Saver is what I love the most. And I love making granny squares. As you can see, there's granny squares all around me. But this is Red Heart Super Saver. The whole entire pillow is nothing but Red Heart Super Saver. I lied. This is Vanna White's, or Vanna's Choice, that I got on sale. But all the rest of it's Red Heart Super Saver. And this pillow, it does have some fuzz on it, but for the most part, it's just been great. It's held up so well. And so I don't know. I'm not going to buy, but I love that gold color. Do you see that? I'm not going to buy it again, but I did get rid of some of that, and I kind of wish I hadn't. But I got rid of a bunch of cotton yarn lately, and I'm not sorry, because it was colors I didn't like, and I just don't enjoy working with cotton yarn as much. And who wants to sit and knit a dishcloth? I mean, I don't know why, but I love working with the dishcloths, and I love, having them, but I don't like making them. I'd rather do something more interesting, I guess. And Slow Crochet, and I think Shannon Talks Yarn, had a conversation about like gifting your crochet to somebody that didn't accept it, and I could expand that even further and talk about, anything that you make. People that don't craft and that don't do art or whatever. They don't realize the value of it. They don't realize the time that you put into it. And I've even had a family member to want to sell my drawing that I had given her in a yard sale. And I mean, it's nothing against the family member, but they just, you know, it does hurt. It does hurt your feelings. And I've had another family member that I made something really special for their children, and you know, it just wasn't. I wanted it to be something that they would keep and hold on to and think of me, you know, and it was very special to me. I mean, I put my heart and soul into it, but it wasn't received that way. And so you really have to be careful, I think, when you're gifting something to somebody, that you make sure that they're going to understand and appreciate what it means. You know, I've always loved handmade things, and it's always meant so much to me to have a handmade item. And I used to, you know, I just thought dolls, like rag dolls, homemade dolls. And I remember once going to, we have what's called the Autumn Leaves Festival. When I was growing up, it was every year in October, and well, it still is, but we used to always go, and that was the most special thing because it was my birthday month. And I got this little crochet puppet. It's called I'm a Good Nurse, and you put it on your hand, you know, and it does like this. So it's kind of like a sock, but it was a nurse, and she had hair and everything. I've got it downstairs. I'll have to dig it out one day and show it to you. But it was so special to me. And I would have never imagined that one day I would be able to crochet. And, you know, who knows, I could probably make that or something similar to it if I wanted to. But, you know, I just feel like being creative, being artsy and being able to craft and make things with your hands and being able to draw and paint is such a gift. It is such a gift. And it's so special to me, and I'm so thankful for it. It brings me joy, and, you know, you need to make sure that whoever you knit, especially knit, because knitting takes a lot of time. And I don't want to say that they're worthy. That's not it. It's just, I have heard people say that they're worthy of that are knit worthy or whatever, and you've just got to make sure that they will appreciate it. And if you know, maybe you could just, I don't know. But to me, like selling artwork or anything like that, or giving things away, it's a part of me that I'm giving to you. It's my time, it's my soul, it's a part of me. And like nothing else. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, but I just wanted to speak to that conversation. And that again was Slow Crochet and Shannon Talks Yarn, and I'll link them into the description. But that's all I have today. I hope tomorrow that I can film again. I would love to take you along on my painting journey. And of course, I broke my tripod, so I don't even know that I can do that. But I'll order another one maybe. I don't know. Mostly this channel is my crochet and knitting. I don't do a lot of art on it. But anyway, have a wonderful Labor Day if you're in the United States. Tomorrow's Labor Day, and I'm off, and I'm so excited to have a Monday off to just paint and play and knit and crochet. So happy crafting. I love what JB's Crochet says at the end of her video. She'll say it's a beautiful day to be positive or something like that. I can't even remember it, but it's so neat. I don't have any catchy sayings that I can think of right now, but I'll have to work on that. But anyway, it's been great talking to you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I will see you soon.